Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another Theme Park Obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm hanging out at Universal Studios because there's a lot of Halloween Horror Nights news that has just dropped. So we're going to talk about all that and more. I'll let you and I dive right in. Alrighty, back at Universal Studios. Let's head downstairs towards CityWalk, but we're gonna actually make our way, there's Michael by the way, but we're gonna make our way over towards the Curious George lot because we wanted to check up on those haunted houses. Today we're gonna talk a lot about Halloween Horror Nights because there's been so much news that has dropped in the past couple hours, so it's a really exciting day. Here at City Food, there's still no word on what's gonna be replacing the old Poke place. And here's your latest look at the Twosome's Chocolate Emporium work. Again, a lot of it's happening on the other side of the scrim, so we can't see much. There's a few workers down here working on the outside, but yeah, all the work is happening on the inside, but fingers crossed that we'll get this thing open and ready to go hopefully soon, because I cannot wait to enjoy Twosome's. I love it in Orlando, and I'm actually hoping that we have some Hollywood specific items here that are a little bit different. Like obviously the menus are gonna be very similar, but I hope that they do a couple items that are just unique to the Hollywood version. Over here at the Curious George surface lot, so much continues to happen here as they start preparing to set up all the lighting and audio. That's gonna be on the outside of the haunted houses. You can see they have a lot of truss systems already set up with rigs of lighting ready to go. And of course they have all these lights that will eventually line the pathway, because just like last year, people will start walking down here and then into this surface lot where they can access both the haunted houses. And I think they're gonna have a couple little concession areas down here as well. And you can see they've also brought in some restrooms. And then on the side of the structure here, you can see that they've put up some soundproofing. Because yeah, this area gets incredibly loud, and yeah, they want to try to dampen the sound as much as they can. That's why they have these walls that are kind of around the perimeter of where the haunted houses sit. Because yeah, these things are like, I mean, it's insane how loud they get. So yeah, they want to try to prevent all that sound from bleeding over into the back lot. And from this side of the parking lot, you can see that they are adding even more goodies to the Scarecrow the Reaping facade. They have a bunch of spooky vines that have now appeared on the house. And look, we have some crows. Our little bird friends have appeared as they prepare to greet you as you walk into the house there. John Murdy did say at Midsummer Scream that crows will play a very big role in this haunted house. They'll be scattered throughout the entire attraction, so that'll be really fun to see once we get a chance to walk through it. Yeah, Scarecrow the Reaping, and of course Halloween looking fantastic. And you know what, from this view, we can also get a really good view of the all-new sound stages that Universal has built in the back lot. We have 4 new buildings holding 2 each, I believe. So that's really nice. And you can see they're also painting some of the older ones. Well, these are actually not that old, these are newish, but they're painting them all the same color as the brand new ones. Because like I've said in the past, they're slowly moving all the backlot stuff over here because, you know, hey, they want to try to expand the theme park as much as they can. We're already seeing that with Super Nintendo World. So yeah, it does make sense that they're building a lot more of the sound stages on this side of the lot. Not too many people cruising through CityWalk, so everyone's probably inside the theme park, which is where we're heading to next. So glad King Kong continues to hang in there. I mean, he's really excited for Halloween Horror Nights as well. Here at the Universal Studios store, they haven't quite yet converted it over to all of the Halloween Horror Nights merch, but I'm sure we'll see that very soon. Alrighty, we've made it to the front. Let's make our way through that iconic archway. Alrighty, we've made it in the park. Just upon entering, I could already see some Halloween Horror Nights preparations. They have some show lighting up on tops of all the buildings here as they start preparing for the front scare zone. But before we continue deeper into the park, I did want to mention that here at Universal Studios Hollywood, they have officially kicked off annual pass holder appreciation days. They run now through September 30th. And annual pass holder appreciation days are a lot of fun because there's all these specialty perks and discounts and fun activities that they do throughout the event. They also do this over in Orlando as well. You get specialty dining discounts. Sometimes you do like they have like a buy one get one free offer. They have little perks like this magnet right here. You get the annual pass holder Minions magnet for free. You get it right here at the Universal Studios store inside the park. So there's plenty of fun little things that they offer for annual pass holders here at Universal Studios Hollywood. And again, they do it in Orlando as well. And I really do love the fact that Universal has pretty much a whole month-long celebration, month and a half long celebration for their pass holders. Alrighty, but back to Halloween Horror Nights. Look, there's some more scary lighting up there, Michael. Isn't it starting to get spooky?
Yeah.
Let's beeline it over here towards Waterworld because this is where the Blumhouse of Horrors haunted house is located. Over here at Waterworld, look at this. They've taken down the construction fence, revealing the facade for this haunted house. Now, this is the Blumhouse of Horrors haunted house. I don't really know what this facade is, though. It's kind of a big question mark. Go ahead and comment down below. I don't know if John has talked about this on Twitter or not, but nonetheless, it looks awesome. Again, all the facades this year look fantastic. And Michael just pointed out that this facade's very long,
Super long,
which is really cool. We haven't seen that very often in this location. So the fact that they've really just set dressed this entire thing all the way down to the wall over there is very nice to see. I'm sure they still have a lot of work to go. We still have about 2.5 weeks until the event officially opens. But yeah, looking good over here at Waterworld. Alrighty, let's continue our journey. And look at this, they already have some Scare Zone props out. Oh yep, you gotta love the two-headed lady. Yeah, they have these signs out letting people know like, hey, we're dressing the park for Halloween Horror Nights. Don't be too scared. Oh wow, it's pretty amazing how they've captured exactly what I look like in the morning.
Okay, so have you guys noticed what the highlighted words are spelling on the side?
That's right, because we have,
spelling out?
What is it spelling out?
Nothing, because I don't know.
Oh.
There's nothing there.
Oh, because yeah, I was wondering, they have an S in red, an O in red, U, E, and H. And on the other side, they have some letters as well. And if you haven't already guessed, judging by the signage, this is what this Scare Zone is called this year, Sideshow Slaughterhouse. Oh my goodness, look, it's Poppy and King Julian. I wonder if they're ready for Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, I know these two are. Frankenstein and Bride. They are totally ready for Halloween Horror Nights. Oh, if you're wondering where my cameo is, it's right there. And that Scare Zone was just announced today, as well as the Scare Zone that is connecting to it, which is the Clown Saws. So the Clown Saws will bleed right into the Slaughterhouse Scare Zone, which will be a lot of fun. And I cannot wait to check all that out. I'm sure the clowns are gonna look fantastic, as well as the Slaughterhouse sideshow people. It's gonna be a really good entrance statement as you walk into the event. It's been a minute since we've seen clowns in the upper deck as well. I feel like it's been since 2012. Michael, when's the last time we saw clowns up here in the front? Was it 2012?
2012, yeah.
Yeah, so that's been 10 years since we've seen the scary clowns up here in the front entrance of the park. So that is gonna be a lot of fun. Now walking into the plaza, it looks like the Dia de los Muertos like food and drink area is coming back, because it seems like last year that was such a smash hit to everyone, including myself. I had a really great time enjoying a couple of the beverages, and of course the tasty treats, the tacos, the street tacos they had over there were so good. And the fact that they're bringing all that back this year is pretty much a win-win for both the guests and the company. I'm sure they made so much money in the plaza last year for Halloween Horror Nights, just because of all the little activities and the food and the beverages. And it looks like they're having those like little vignette spots where you can take pictures, and I'm sure they're gonna have characters again because they did last year, so it wouldn't be surprising if they brought a couple new characters for the plaza. Oh, and look at this, right outside the plaza they have this beautiful hearse. I love the artwork on the side of this. It definitely fits the Dia de los Muertos area here in the plaza that they're bringing back. This is cool. Over here at the Parisian Courtyard next to Mel's Diner, this haunted house has been officially announced, and it's La Llorona. It's making a comeback. This haunted house in 2011 and 12 was absolutely gorgeous, and they did such a bang-up job with it, so I am very excited for its return. It's pretty incredible to think that it's been 10 years since we've seen La Llorona here at Halloween Horror Nights, and yeah, like I said, I'm super excited for its return. It was one of the most beautiful haunted houses I'd ever seen at the time, so I'm really crossing my fingers that they did not chintz on the design elements with this. And I'm sure they haven't, because judging by all the facades that we've seen throughout the summer, and of course this facade behind me, I'm sure it's gonna be just as beautiful as ever. Walking through Pet's Place, there aren't any Halloween decorations here just yet. They may not put any decorations on this side because I have a feeling they're gonna use this street as a queue space for the La Llorona haunted house, like they did with the Bride of Frankenstein haunted house from last year. Oh, but look at this over here by the Minion Mayhem attraction and the Minions Cafe. They have a gargoyle out here. And look at this, at the top of the Minions Cafe, they have some Halloween overlays for the Minions. That's kind of cool. And look at this, as we're turning the corner into French Street, we have some more Scare Zone decorations here. Look at this awesome artwork they got. Oh, look, and here's another beautiful piece of artwork showing off this bird creature. This scare zone, by the way, was also announced, and it's called El Pueblo del Terror. Sorry for the total mispronunciation of all that. I could barely talk as it is. But yeah, no, this is going to be really exciting because the artwork in here is beautiful. So I can only imagine what some of the characters are going to look like. And look at this one. This one's the Chupacabra. That looks beautiful. Love that. And they brought these back too. These like cool looking vignettes where they can showcase all these beautiful pieces of art. But over in Orlando, they actually have a haunted house based off of this character. So it's kind of neat that each coast has a haunted house or scare zone based off of Mexican folklore. That's really cool. You're doing great, Barbara. Oh, we got our good friend Bob over here just hanging out on his horse. Yeah, this scare zone's gonna look really cool in the evening with all the show lighting and everything. They'll probably light up all those pieces of artwork. And of course, with all the fog rolling in, this is gonna be a really neat scare zone. I think out of all the posters, this one is my favorite just because my favorite colors are green and blue. Of course, this character is green and blue. That looks awesome. And you have all the zombie, like skeleton type creatures in the back. And look at this over here by Animal Actors. They have some decorations kind of scattered throughout this area. We have this guy that's just chilling, hanging out. And there's these beautiful lanterns in the trees too. Oh, and look at this guy hanging out in the bushes. I think so far he's my favorite, holding a pumpkin like that. And I love the skeleton sculpt they got going on there. He's like blending into this tree. Oh, and look at this. Our werewolf friend has made a comeback this year. I'm glad he found a new home. Last year, I think he was in the Pandora's Box maze. So now he's hanging out here in front of Animal Actors, rightfully so. I mean, he is an animal. And look at this like skull animal creature hanging out in the tree right here. You never know when he's gonna lunge out at you. And now we remember these. These were from the American Horror Story haunted houses. That's cool. Now another haunted house that Universal announced today was Universal Horror Hotel. Now this is the one that John Murdy was teasing at Midsummer Scream. And I had a feeling it was some sort of original concept, and sure enough, it's another original haunted house here at Halloween Horror Nights. So we have Scarecrows, The Reaping, Universal Horror Hotel, and La Llorona. Those are our 3 original haunted houses this year. And you know me, I love the original concepts at Halloween Horror Nights, so I'm super excited to see how this one, the Universal Horror Hotel, plays out. Now, last year, they opened up the Wizarding World for the first time here in Hollywood. You can walk through it and, of course, go on the attractions, but you had to walk through the Wizarding World to get down to the Curious George surface lot. But this year, it won't just be the rides and shops that will be open. They're adding Death Eaters for the first time ever in Hollywood to the Wizarding World for Halloween Horror Nights. That's actually really exciting, and I think the Death Eaters are going to be a very, very big hit with everyone coming to the event. It gives a new life to this area of the park because, yeah, I mean, for many years it was just closed, and then last year it was just a walk-through pass. Obviously, you can go on the rides and attractions, but like there was really nothing else here. There weren't any atmospherics or anything like that. But this year, they're changing that. They're bringing the Death Eaters, and I'm sure there's going to be some really cool lighting and fog everywhere. So, I mean, Horror Nights this year at Universal Studios Hollywood, I feel like is bigger than ever. Now, another thing that Universal talked about was the Terror Tram. Now, we knew the Terror Tram was going to be coming back for the 2022 season, but we didn't know the specifics of the theme. And this year, it's Hollywood Harry. He's coming back, and it's going to be Hollywood Harry's Halloween. So that's going to be fun. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of classic Halloween characters running around the Terror Tram. But they also announced that the Nope set, the Jupiter's Claim set, will be available for you to walk through as well. So the Terror Tram essentially is going to be longer this year, which is really exciting, and will also feature characters from the movie Us. They were working on some audio, finishing up a lot of the walkthrough areas that are typically on Terror Tram, and of course a lot of the lighting was being prepped in the Jupiter's Claim set and on the outside of Jupiter's Claim. So a lot continues to happen here on the studio tour for Terror Tram. Really exciting this year. I think Terror Tram is going to be a lot of fun. And look at this, right as we got off the tram, they have a little Happy Halloween photo op right there. We've got a scarecrow, pumpkin scarecrow. Now there's one more thing that they announced, and that's going to be located in the lower lot. And that news is that we finally know the haunted house behind Transformers. Now, obviously driving past it, we had a lot of hints and we could use context clues to put 1 and 2 together, but it's officially confirmed Killer Klowns from Outer Space is making a comeback and returning for the 2022 Halloween Horror Nights season, which is really cool because I love Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And at the special effects stage, the Jabberwockies are going to be coming back for Halloween Horror Nights. I do wish we had a Halloween Nightmare Fuel like in Orlando. Maybe one of these years they'll bring it over here because that show was phenomenal. But a lot of people still love the Jabberwockies, and I'm sure they'll have an all-new show for the 2022 season. Now, just for giggles, let's head into Production Central because I'm curious to see if they have any HHN t-shirts. Oh, they have a couple. They have the Horrors of Blumhouse t-shirt available. The Halloween t-shirt. Is there anything on the back of this one? Oh, it says Halloween. Halloween Horror Nights 2022. And then we have, what's over here? Oh, we got some classic Universal Monsters artwork. I really do love this. You also team it up with the lunchbox. Anything on this side? No Halloween Horror Nights related things. Alrighty, we've made it into the Super Nintendo World Store just before we head out here. And look at this, I don't remember these from last time. They're the convertible pillows for 30 bucks. Those are cute. You have a big old question mark cube back at home. I don't remember these tank tops, but they have a Princess Peach one. And then they have this one over here of Yoshi for the little ones. And then what's around the corner? There has to be one more. Nope, these are t-shirts. Look at this. Another Princess Peach t-shirt for 25 bucks. And I've pointed this out before, but still one of my favorite t-shirts. I love the ghost. Yeah, overall, I think Halloween Horror Nights for 2022 is going to be very, very good. I mean, the event is stacked. We have 8 haunted houses, 3 scare zones, a terror tram that's even longer than before, a show, Jabberwockies is back, then all, of course, the rides and attractions will be open. There's just so much. We have the Death Eaters and the Wizarding World. Yeah, I mean, it's endless, and I feel like that's such a good thing for Hollywood, because last year was fun, but it definitely wasn't as stacked as it is this year. And already off the bat, we know that this year is so much more detailed than in years past, just judging by the facades that we could see walking around the park. It's going to be epic. And it's going to be fun because, like I've said in my previous videos, that reveal video that I did, yeah, I'll be working the event. I will not reveal where I am, though. I'm going to keep that a secret until the event is over. But yeah, I'm going to have so much fun running around, scaring the heck out of people. I'm looking forward to it tremendously. And I'm so ready. We have about 2.5 weeks. And the season officially starts. So like I've said in the past, you should totally buy your tickets now, because I have a very strong feeling that the event is going to sell out. But other than that, that is going to do it for today's Universal Studios Hollywood video. I just wanted to go over all the Halloween Horror Night stuff. I will be making a survival guide video, so for those that are coming to the event, I'm going to put everything together, show you where all the zones and the houses are, and then give you my best strategy to conquer the event. I'm going to talk about the tickets, the front of the line passes, and all that fun stuff, just so you can have a perfect night at Halloween Horror Night. So that video will be coming very, very soon. And of course, we'll have some updates from Super Nintendo World and a bunch of other videos from other theme parks here in SoCal and all over. So if you're new and you love these sorts of videos, consider subscribing, because I have brand new videos every single week. And also, if you're not already following me on Instagram, I highly suggest doing that, because all the breaking news and all that fun stuff happens there first. And of course, if you like the video, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. But until the next video, until the next Universal trip, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.